Mike here from WildUtahEdibles.com. Thanks for joining me again. We're going to step out here and show the difference in not just the plant above ground, but the roots and bulbs of Sego Lily, Salsify, and Death Camas. So stick around. Well, here we have the Death Camas. Look at the structure, how that is growing. It is kind of triangular in its growth pattern, triangular and V-shape in the leaf pattern. Once again, growing in three directions: triangular, triangular, triangular. And so that is one thing that I'm seeing as an identifying mark of the Death Camas, where a Salsify will grow in more of a round fashion. Salsify also has white sap and fur, kind of a fur down. Oh, look, there's a Salsify right there. Beautiful. So there's your Salsify. See all that white fuzz at the base? That's fantastic. Well, let's dig up a Death Camas and look at the bulb. They often will go pretty deep. And we've got a lot of rocks we're fighting against there, but we'll get that out. Get rid of that, but all right. So one thing, if you're foraging, again, if you're foraging, first, number one rule: never eat anything that you can't positively 100% identify, right? But next thing I'll say about foraging is, if you're mistaking the Sego Lily that we have over here for this Death Camas, you got no business foraging, because these things do not look alike.
Yeah, they don't.
They are very, very different.
Really easy to tell.
They really are very easy to tell. And so, and as you dig them up too, the whole plant, I mean, they look about as alike as they do to grass. So, you know, they're very, very unique, very different. That bulb is going way down there.
Really far down.
We might have
Now,
to try
when
another
the
one.
Sego Lily is more mature and gets bigger and starts to flower, is it going to have bigger leaves? Like,
You could do the community garden.
Yeah,
And get postponed.
Ah, there we go.
my house, I lucked out. I got the first one. Oh, there it is. Wow, that's
Look at that big,
gosh.
gnarly,
too bad that's not edible,
Bulb.
because that's a big
a
old.
nice onion size.
yeah. So let's put that next to one of the others. Yep, there's a bunch of moss there. Moss will often grow around the base of sagebrush too. So You got to be real careful when you're digging for these, because if you break off that stem, you're not likely to find the bulb, and I did. I broke the stem. So
Are they tiny?
about the size of your fingertip. A big one is size of your thumb. Normal size is more of the other fingers usually. And there's a big old rock right there that it just broke against. So
That didn't
Yeah, I
help.
had the same thing over here. I tried to get one.
I have no idea which direction that thing is going down there. Came up, but I'm not seeing it there, so we'll have to try another one. But if you want to get a little bit of flavor of it, that white will have some sweet to it. So you could eat any of that.
This one,
I mean, the whole thing's
fortunately,
edible, but
had rocks
the
under
white
it, I
part
think,
is
and so
more.
it didn't go very deep. And that is actually a pretty good sized bulb
Ooh.
for a Sego Lily. That is,
Wow.
we might be able to share that.
All right.
All right, so let's go show them all together. Okay, so here we have the Salsify with the taproot, the Death Camas with its gnarly looking bulb, and look at all of the layers, the thin, papery layers that are coming off of that bulb. And then here we have a nice round Sego Lily bulb. You know, it goes
Notice
stem
how
down and
the
then it
Sego
just
Lily
bulges
is-
out, right?
Elongated,
and
it
just
adds
bulges out,
more
right?
Death
Gradual
Camas to the bulb, and that's pretty typical. And then, of course, your Salsify isn't a bulb at all; it's just the taproot. Now, the way you really tell on this is you cut them. Oh. I brought this knife for the Death Camas, and then I'll use my nice knife for the Sego Lily. So, what you want to do is get all that brown stuff off of there, and that peels off pretty easy. And I think we should give Skylar the first taste. She might actually like this, if she wants to. My kids love these. And so yeah, the reason this is the Utah state flower is because the pioneers came here in 1848 and 49. That winter they were starving, and the Native Americans showed them how to harvest the Sego Lily, and that was their primary food source that winter. For at least a group of them, and so they made that the state flower later on. But that is a pretty good sized bulb. All right, so what you want to do if you're in doubt is you cut it right in half, just like that. And the Sego Lily will never have more than 4 rings. So we got, and they're thick. Okay, so we've got, we'll put this one on camera. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 rings, and then a center. And oftentimes on the smaller ones, it's just going to be 1, 2, 3, and the center. This one looks like it probably has 4 rings and then the center. But I've never seen them with more than 4 rings. So that's, the thick rings is the biggest thing that will help you tell it apart. Did you taste it? What do you think? You like it? Who wants to eat that half? All right. Now, with the Death Camas, look at all those layers. Isn't that nice? Look at all the thin, papery layers, more like an onion, that are coming off of that, right? Wild onions will have the scent and flavor of an onion. So all you got to do is break the stalk and smell it, and you can tell.
And again, compared to Salsify, even if they were the same size, look at all that fuzz on the Salsify where all the joints are. This doesn't have any of that, okay? No fuzz or hair on it. Might as well put my gloves on for this, right? I've touched them before. I'm not too concerned, and I'm not gonna taste it or anything. I might smell it. It smells poisonous. All right, I'm just gonna cut this one so you can see that. Look at all of those thin, paper thin layers, okay? We definitely do not have a Sego Lily here. We've got thin layer after thin layer after thin layer that just goes and goes and goes. So Death Camas compared to the Sego Lily,